Back in 2019, I bought this 1990 Ford Econoline and thought to myself, this is the year I'd change it all. I'd move into the van and start documenting my journey of van life. On the surface, everything seemed to check out. I had the van and all the tools to make it happen, so what could possibly stand in my way? It wasn't the lack of resources or know-how. The real obstacle was hidden in plain sight. You see, while I was documenting my process, I didn't believe that I was capable of making videos worth anyone's time, of committing to a personal project and seeing it through to the end. I was insecure, full of doubt, and lacked the confidence to do something about it. I felt like I was trying to be something I wasn't for the sake of creating. The real obstacle I was facing was me. The van was travel-worthy, ready to go for many years, but I couldn't see the road ahead. And that scared me. The van was my vessel, but I was the one anchoring it in place. I had unrealistic standards for what it meant to be a creator on any platform and to live the van lifestyle, and that stifled my progress. Instead of enjoying the process and moment I was in, I let my thoughts control it. Let me give you an example. You're doing something like this, okay? Doing something like this. I put an immense amount of pressure on myself to do anything. There's so much information out there about how and what you should do on YouTube that how am I even gonna do anything when it's like what is it called? It's called analysis paralysis, and it turns out I'm pretty good at it. Analysis paralysis is like standing at a crossroads with countless paths stretching out before you. Each path represents an opportunity, but by overthinking and seeking the perfect route, you remain frozen in place, and the fear of making the wrong move keeps you trapped. And that's exactly what happened to me. I froze. I put any plans on creating for myself on pause. I put the van in storage and shifted my focus elsewhere.
I don't know what I'm gonna say, so maybe I'll make this a little secret entrance.
I had to let go of the pressures I put on myself with the van and the expectations of what I thought I should do with my videos. Because the truth is, what worked for others might not work for you. Your path will look drastically different from anyone else's. You'll experience unique obstacles and lessons along the way. As the saying goes, comparison is the thief of joy. Once you start comparing your journey to others, you'll find any reason to criticize your own decisions and perpetuate unhealthy thought patterns. So, I committed to my own journey. I knew that one day my external life would align with my internal world, and I would be ready for the next chapter. But the journey isn't a sprint, it's a climb. The process is slow and exhausting. It might feel like you're getting nowhere, but the truth is, every step counts. Every stumble, every break you take, every little bit tests you along the way, and that's where the real work happens. You get stronger, whether you notice it or not. You stop to catch your breath, only to realize you've made it a lot farther than you thought. But you don't notice this progress when you're in it. It can sometimes take a few years till progress catches up to you. Just like my van. It was empty for years until I was ready to bring it back in my life. With the help of a local business, they shaped it how I wanted it. Still empty, but open for possibilities. You see, the van was never a ticket to a new way of life. It was the ticket to a new way of thinking. The only pressures we have are the ones we create for ourselves. While I certainly haven't escaped all pressures, this one is starting to feel a little lighter. Which leads me to where I am today. With the same van on the outside, but very different on the inside. It still has the same 2 gas tanks that have burned a hole in my wallet, the same broken gas gauge, and the same notebook where I estimate my mileage. The same 4 tires that have taken me all around California. The same spare tire with an old rusty chain, the same hood that takes a million tries to open,
And then I can get inside.
the same radio that won't leave demo mode, and the same odometer, only now with more miles. What changed is that it now has walls, proper floor, a functional bed, dimmable lights, some storage. Oh, and that I am actually living in it now. But more importantly, what's changed
I've tried to do this so many times.
is me.
So I can try this.
Any action, however imperfect, is better than no action. Growth doesn't come from the perfect choice. It comes from movement. The weight of having so many possibilities can often trap us in indecision. This van has taught me that change takes time and often comes when you least expect it. You have to be willing to let go of things to move forward. And sometimes you have to give something up completely to venture into the next chapter. Which brings me to this compartment. Remember this from earlier? Let me show you what's inside.
That's weird. Why are those?
Wait. Where'd my van go?